Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at Chandelure with Poltergeist in the Ultra League, in Go Battle League. Spoiler alert, it's not something you're going to want to run too much. So what's going on now with this Poltergeist? What's it doing for Chandelure? What's Niantic doing here? Well, you do have the threat of a nuke ghost move, basically, a ghost hyper beam, essentially. So that's in the back of everybody's mind. That could potentially happen if they're not a dark type, if they're not resisting it, then you have to potentially shield up. And you could go for flame charge bait, but here's the thing. Chandelure is so squishy, it's just not able to hang out there and bait a bunch and, finally get to Poltergeist because it requires quite a bit of energy to get there. Now, I was running Hex for a bit, but then I found having Incinerate's just going to be a little bit better for the Pokemon I was encountering. So keep that in mind. Hex will be able to farm a little bit faster than Incinerate does, so there is that. But it is fun, I suppose, if you land it. I was not able to actually land it in a situation where I was going to be winning. And when I did have a chance to go for it, you're going to see right here. Okay, you see... let's look at this crap. So they retreated with their Galarian Stunfisk. It had like 3 HP, right? They're bringing in their Trevenant. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Chandelure with Incinerate and do a whole lot of damage here. So we're just going to simply shield this up. We already know that the Galarian Stunfisk, it could maybe get to a move because Incinerate's so slow. But I throw the Poltergeist here. Obviously, this is just an overkill. I'm like, I'm going to use it. And it looks really cool. There you go. There's your Poltergeist. And then we go in there with the Obstagoon and take the win. So basically, you're just going to want to run Shadow Ball still, okay? That's pretty much it. Since Chandelure hits so hard, you're going to be pretty much doing a lot of damage anyways with Shadow Ball, okay? I would say that's pretty much the bulk of it. Essentially, it's making people think I can get nuked here by this hard-hitting ghost move, so I might want to shield this up. That's it. There you go. Otherwise, you maybe can get a good Chandelure during the community day because it is going to be something fun to run, I suppose, in the Ultra League, and a little bit difficult to run in the Great League because it is very squishy. And in the Master League, forget about it. Okay, it's not even great. You'll have situations where you can pull something off potentially, but you have Excadrill. What is your best matchup? Metagross, and even that's got Earthquake, right? So you got to look out. So that's pretty much it. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's not great. Chandelure is a fantastic Pokemon. It's just going to be more for rating, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're looking at here. So they bring in their own Chandelure, which I would assume also has Poltergeist. But there is no point to go for it at this point. It's literally like you need shields down, have a ton of health. And you're like, okay, here we go. I finally get to use this move here. We're in a position to use it, but they're going for the Flame Charge and taking that win. So if you do enjoy my content, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, folks. All right, let's get into the commentary. Met with a Swampert, and we're leading with Gramble here, Shadow. So yes, we're pairing it up with Shadow Gramble. You better freaking believe it. You may want to run something that takes shields, okay? So you can clear out all the shields and then go in there with Poltergeist and start nuking everything. Although you're probably better off to just go in there with Incinerated Flame Charge and just start vamping up your attack that way, unless you're going up against something that resists fire, right? Like a dragon or something like that. So there is that situation to look out for. All right, so we're swapping into our Obstagoon here to catch a Sky Attack. That was a pretty nice catch, I'm gonna have to say. And we're farming down Lugia, Flying and Psychic type, with a counter user that's not even getting stabbed. Yeah, I know they're low on health, but we're able to get a decent amount of farm, and they have a Typhlosion. We raise our attack here as they do bring in the Swampert, and this will not be enough to take us out because Obstagoon is just that awesome. It's actually pretty bulky if it's not going up against something it's weak against, like Fighting or Charm. So back in with the Typhlosion. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to take me out before I get to the Night Slash, but we do have a charge move ready to go on our Gramble, so we will be able to get this last shield on them here. And they're going to be throwing too. We were just able to get that through first, and it's going to be Chandelure versus Typhlosion here. So let's see how this does work out. So break. Oh, we get to the Flame Charge. This is going to be enough. It's just because, like I said, your attack is so high on Chandelure already. Plus, their health was low. Okay, yeah. I get that part. So, just run Shadow Ball. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Poltergeist says, don't do it. Unless they do something to it in the future. Anyways, they're going to be swapping, as we did have a good lead up against a Scrafty, bringing in their Ninetales in. having a little fun here with our Chandelure. They're going to be letting it go. I suspect they're going to be bringing back that Scrafty into the fight here, and we don't have to worry about... I mean, they're going to go straight for Night Slash, and we're going to let it go here. But not before we do get to a Flame Charge, which is going to be doing a good amount of damage after we did raise our attack once already here, and bringing them down pretty low. This is definitely going to be I was going to call it Night Slash. Foul Play. There we go. And swapping as soon as I bring in the Gramble. And they have a Talonflame back here. So this one is going to get pretty interesting. So they do resist Charm, but this is Shadow Gramble. Okay? It doesn't care about resistances. Alright, so we're putting up a fight until the very end with this Gramble here, until they use their charge move. And I do believe we did lower their defense here. So yes, we did. We're going to be doing more damage with the Obstagoon, obviously shielding this up. And it's getting really close down to the wire here, but it's looking like we're going to be able to pull this one off using their last shield, and we should be able to outpace them to the next one, no problem at all. Obviously shielding this up here. And they're going to be swapping back into that Scrafty. So what we're going to be doing, we have no choice, but as far as the shields are concerned, but we're going to farm them down and then hit this Night Slash as soon as they bring that Talonflame back in, and we're going to be taking that win with a shiny Obstagoon. Let's get it. All right. Chandelure, Litwick Community Day. Did you have a good one? I got about 13 or 12 shinies. I kind of didn't go as hard as I should have. Well, I mean, I got as many XL candies that I need to. Nice lag going on there, by the way. And then I stopped, so I ended up with like 300 and something XL candies. So looking good as far as making one in the Master League. I've been using a lot of dumb Stardust lately, so I don't think I'm going to be doing that because it's not something... I mean, technically for rating, so there is that, I guess. But there's other Pokemon that are going to be outpacing it. But as far as a fire attacker, that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm not going to do it. I don't think so. So this is another interesting matchup here. So Chandelure is still left, and we got a Mandibuzz out here. And Air Slash is doing little to nothing. It's almost recovering our health here, as well as their quick move. So we're in a very good position while our counter is doing a decent amount. Yeah, okay, all right. Air Slash is doing an okay amount there. They will be able to spam it. So we do need to look out because obviously that thing is super effective to Chandelure, so we can't really go into battle with it yet. So we're going to wait for the perfect time. I want them to use up their energy. I was waiting for them to swap and try to snipe me with their Sylveon. So I swap here because I thought they would too. Plus I knew they were kind of out of energy, so let's just go ahead and bring in the Chandelure. And they still have 2 shields now. Nobody's trying to flex. We're just waiting for the last minute. We knew what it was going to take. We knew when we needed to use our shields. But for them, the Incinerate, I mean, they could have banked on the fact that I had Hex, I suppose, but they didn't even know what I had until the very end. But anyways, we're still taking that win with the Chandelure, and Poltergeist is doing, I mean, nothing. I mean, nothing, really. I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there, oh my gosh, Poltergeist video, oh, it's so good. I mean, they're hyping it up maybe because I landed it once or twice, I don't know. But it's, don't, just Shadow Ball all the way, okay? So we're up against a Jellicent here. We called the Bubble Beam. Yeah, it seemed a little soon. They're letting the Crunch go. Fantastic. So they've lowered our attack. But we're still at a normal attack stat, basically. And they're bringing in Nidoqueen. So we swap into our Chandelure. And I do shield this up. This is definitely going to be an Earth Power. They had enough. They got right to it, right on time. And shielding it up. Resisting the poison. And going for the Flame Charge here. Getting the shield. And I do believe I decide to double shield this here. And they do actually go for 2 Earth Powers. As a matter of fact, all they do go for this whole time is going to be Earth Power, even against my Obstagoon towards the end here. And they have a Scrafty back there, so we're still locked in here. And this is definitely going to be Foul Play because, I mean, what's the point of going for a Power-Up Punch? Exactly. So they take me out with Foul Play. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Gramble here, do a bunch of damage, take them out, immediately swap into our Obstagoon, and it's really pretty much over here. Earth Power is not going to be enough, even if it was coming from a Shadow Nidoqueen. Still not enough. And, well, Chandelure is doing stuff, that's for sure. It's just its move is not. Its new move is just not doing anything. They back out. We take the win. Moving on to our next opponent, leading with that Shadow Gramble still. Still. This is great. Okay, let's go. They're swapping into a Swampert. And since I do have the Obstagoon that's going to be able to counter the Umbreon, we're just going to go ahead and stay here. And double shield as a matter of fact. I do believe Chandelure doesn't even get to have any action in this fight here. Let's see. They must have like a Giratina back there or something, or I don't know. It has to be Giratina. Or, I don't know. You'll see what happens. So I swap into my Obstagoon here in a minute, and they see this and they back out. Must be. So yeah, that was just a skilled fight, right? That just goes to show you. I left that in there because it's not an esport. I mean, you can get locked and it's done, right? You're just done. No coming back from that. It's just the way this game works. Pokemon Go! Alright, so we had a great lead up against another dark type. Looks like this Tapu Finney's having a little trouble here with its quick move. And it's not going to be able to get to another Surf. Esport ready, baby. Let's go. It's in the game. Alright, so they're bringing in their Trevenant, and we're going to go straight for that Crunch, and we're in an absolute magnificent position to be in here. Bringing in the Chandelure to go up against that Trevenant. We're doing a ton of damage with that Incinerate, but they're also doing a lot of damage with their Shadow Claw. Calling the Seed Bomb here, and this is going to be obviously another Seed Bomb, and it's probably enough to take us out because, yep, we're just that damn classy as a Fire type. Love it. Bringing in the Gramble to farm them down. We've got the Obstagoon in the back, and, well, we're going to lower their defense here and just do that much more damage with the Charm, and it's just going to pave the way for our Obstagoon to simply take them over here, and that's a wrap. So, I mean, if you're using your Chandelure, sure, it's going to do something. I'm just gonna tell you to just remove that damn move. Keep one, though. I mean, don't remove them all. You want it, maybe, for the future. Who knows what's going to happen. Alright, next battle, we're going to be met with an Articuno. So, I already had it in my mind that I'm just going to let this go. I'm going to let them do their damage. We're going to get a shield here, and then we'll bring in our Chandelure, farm them down. We already know they're probably going to be going for an Ancient Power, and if they don't, then, ooh, they baited me. They probably have Hurricane, but I can't risk it because that's going to pretty much do more than half our damage of our health. I mean, that's ridiculous. We're just way too squishy. So here we go, Poltergeist, folks. Can we? Of course they're shielding it up. This is the problem. And it, you know, I could already see the comments. You should have baited first. Yeah, well, then they would have let it go, and then what? You know? Alright, so they have a Cobalion back here, which is, I mean, we're not in a great position to be in, or are we? Don't look away. This is going to be an incredible battle here. I think this may be our last one as well, so let's see what we have going on here. So we take out the Cobalion. Great. Fantastic. We have a Chandelure. What's it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. What we're going to use it for, though, is actually a shield. So there you go, Chandelure. Thanks a lot. Come again. Really appreciate it. And thanks for really nothing. Well, you got a shield, actually. So at this point, I'm thinking, there's no way. I mean, they're going to outpace me. Sure, they have Shadow Claw. Massive resistance here. Like I'm saying, this thing is pretty tanky, right? As long as you're going up against something that's neutral. So if we can outpace them to this stinking Night Slash, this will be absolutely amazing. I wouldn't believe it. And we actually made it. They made it to their charge move. It was a tie, and we're taking that win. This is going to be the last battle. Give it a like. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!